Hello.
Are we back?
I'm
It does appear.
I'm afraid that we are back.
It does appear that it is back at live.
So last time on Dragon Ball Z, we beat the Dragon type gym, and now we're gonna ride a train.
And Rusty decided that I was, quote, an incredible tool, unquote.
That happened last time?
That happened 2 times ago.
No, because I wasn't here for the gym rush.
Okay,
That happened last time.
I'll take your word for it.
No, I'm pretty sure you were there for Raihan's gym.
No. Because if I were there for Raihan's gym, I would have made a comment about the dumbass shoes. Because I always make a comment about the dumbass shoes. And I didn't.
I don't know.
Well, regardless, you're here now.
My favorite tool.
Don't insult the band tool like that.
So, Rusty,
Yes.
in the Discord earlier, you were really raising a hoot about something.
I was raising a hoot about a bird
Yeah.
that I couldn't beat because the problem is 5-star raids are now available to me, but I haven't beaten the Elite Four yet, and so
Yeah.
5-star trainers are not available to me yet.
Yeah.
And so I was getting like 2 deaths in the first round.
Well, how it works is the trainers, the CPU trainers that show up, they show up at 80% of your level.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just very bad.
Yes. So that's why they were all immediately dying. 'Cause
Yeah.
They were like,
I thought it scaled based on how many badges you had completed.
no,
Nope.
it's the level of the Pokemon you send into battle.
I needed to
Also,
heal these
it's-
boys.
Also, I do want to make sure that we all set
Now,
up.
the number of star raids that show up for you does scale with the gym.
Yes.
Right.
But the trainers that show up with you do not.
Well, hello, Sammy.
Hey, Sammy. You know you can just fly back to a Pokemon Center, right?
I do. But I do also want to level up my boys.
My boys!
I actually
boy.
wanted to do this very beginning. Do I want Night Slash? I don't have a dark.
You don't need a Dark Stab.
You're right, I don't.
You have Dark Stab moves on your team. But
That-
if you were to put a Dark Stab move on it, that's a pretty good choice.
Also, they don't look like they're level 1. Yeah, well, Sammy, there might not be level 1. Maybe Rusty was just lazy and didn't want to,
The Pokelink, patreon.com/Pokelink if you want it for your streams. On that particular layout does not have a way of turning those levels off.
Which is unfortunate because it's one of the coolest layouts.
Yeah, it is a very clean layout. This is one of the few generations in Pokelink that doesn't have automatic tracking. So normally those would just automatically track and be accurate, but because he's got manual tracking on, he would have to go in and manually adjust them. So they're not. Now, Rusty did make an error. Instead of setting everything to level 1, he should have set everything to level 69.
You're right, that is an error. I have
But, yeah.
erred. Yeah, so what you're hearing is they're level 1. I'm doing a level 1 mono dark run.
Yeah. You're doing a no EXP critical mode, that's right.
Right. Oh, that was a bigger boost than I thought it would be. Yes,
Big
I do
boost.
want to learn Outrage. Because I'm about to be a very special boy.
Outrage is a physical move.
You're right. Hmm.
Dragon Pulse is probably better.
I was going to say, I don't think you do want to learn Outrage, but if you do decide you want it, you can just go and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boy.
Your boy!
Oh boy!
My boy. Yeah, it actually
Child.
makes boss fights slightly different when you have no XP equipped.
Yeah. Huzzah! he sounds like in my head.
Well, no, he would sound like that, but 3 times because he has 3 heads.
Right. Here comes
Rusty,
boy.
your team is stacked.
My team is what?
Fully stacked.
It
Rusty.
is.
Rusty.
What?
Rusty, go update the tracker, Rusty.
Oh, okay. Just a second.
Sammy's all, here comes the boy. Hello, boy.
That is got used on the TikTok as a audio is what I believe they officially call them. No, sounds. They call them sound. You can.
They
Oh
are
no! I
sounds.
need Swords Dance on my Pawniard, but he's got too many moves syndrome.
You are hurting for moves.
Please, my son, he's very sick. He has too many moves. I was actually thinking about this. I don't super need Cross Scissor for this team.
He also doesn't need X scissor.
Okay.
I just wanted to make the joke.
The thing that X Scissor does is it lets you hit opposing dark types.
Nathan, don't you mean cross scissor?
I have Brick Break.
You do have brick.
I was looking at it. I don't really need X Scissor, Cross Scissor.
I'm
And
not going to do the
It's
joke again.
also super effective on psychic types.
I think that I want
If you're
Swords
scared-
Dance more.
If you're scared of psychic types.
I think I want Swords Dance more.
Probably.
Every psychic type in this generation is part fairy, and I have Ironhead.
There's not all of them.
They made every single psychic type part fairy. They went back
There's-
to previous generations, and you can't prove me wrong because I'm right.
Alakazam exists.
It was a bold decision to make every single psychic type in this game fairy. But
Alakazam does exist, and it is part fairy type.
no,
But I think I'm
Are you-
I think I'm gonna drop X Scissor for Swords Dance.
Slowking, part fairy type. Alakazam, part fairy type. Alolan Raichu, somehow also part fairy type. It was a bold choice, I'll admit it, but you know, Game Freak can't make mistakes, so we have to live with it.
Sammy, what edit are you?
She just linked it into the Discord.
Oh, okay. I'll go look at it.
I'm gonna go ahead and catch everybody up to level 66, up with Zord.
And then you need.
And your number is 666. So it'll be 666666666666666.
Good job. Proud of you.
It's so many marks of the beast, Ian.
The Karens will freak out.
Wiggles wants to learn Dark Pulse. No thanks. Gross. Special
Does-
moves.
You've got one special attacker.
Now, finally, after all this time.
Yeah. To be fair, though, it is a special attacker.
It is. Also, you should.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
know-
back and heal, and I'm gonna look at my moves. We're gonna spend a minute and just do some maintenance. I'm going to a
I think there is
a
one
Pokemon
right
Center.
outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to any Pokemon Center. It's fine. But what we're going to do is look through my TMs and TRs and take a
you
look.
want that dragon to know flamethrower.
Oh, for sure.
You could also take the moment while you're healing to go update it locally,
I could. Thank you for reminding me again. I appreciate you.
because it's so lickety-split. I can't imagine having a Pokemon stream and not having patreon.com/Pokelink on that Pokemon stream. having done Pokemon streams before I had patreon.com/Pokelink in my stream,
Yeah, no, there's
it was a pain in the ass.
there is. I remember.
Yeah, when
that-
this channel actually started, we used to drag sprites onto the screen.
Yeah,
It was garbage.
yeah.
it was.
Now we don't do that because we went to our chat and typed in !link, and that took us to patreon.com/Pokelink.
Sammy, it's a good joke, but I'm gonna need you to stop because no, this is not an ad. This is just how fucking good.
Yeah, we're not getting paid to say this. As
No.
a matter of fact, I pay him money every month
Yeah.
to be part of the Patreon. Though you don't
Yup.
have to do that because it does have a free version as well.
Yep.
I'm just a fan.
We stand Pokelink.
No,
Earth Power. Zord can learn Earth Power.
Yes,
Yeah.
it can.
Weep whoop.
You are gonna get very much 4-slot with
Yeah,
Zord
you're
as
about
well.
to have some 4 MSS.
Yeah, but I'm getting rid of Crunch. It's fine.
I don't think you need workup anymore because workup doesn't boost the thing you want it to boost.
Work up boost attack and special attack.
Oh, I thought it was attack and defense.
But if you're gonna
Worst
use a
case,
setup
I
move,
swap to not nasty plot.
yeah, no, nasty plot.
But I'm gonna
Nasty
look
Plot
at-
is a way better setup move.
I'm gonna look at what else I've got before I just love Earth Power. It's one of my favorite moves in the
Right.
game. And like Ian said, I want Flamethrower. I want it over Heat Wave because it's slightly more accurate.
Yeah.
Um,
Heat Wave is slightly more powerful. It targets both opponents in double battles, which may actually be pretty useful for that time when you're ascending the tower, because those are all steel type.
Yes, but Zord has what is it? Hustle.
Zord does not have hustle; he has levitate.
Yeah, he doesn't have hustle anymore. That changed
Oh.
when he.
Hydreigon is a really good Pokemon.
Jesus. Well, I'm gonna get rid of Hyper Voice here.
Yes.
But
It's, in singles, I would say that Flamethrower is probably a little bit better, just because it doesn't have a chance to miss. But Heat Wave targets both opponents in a double battle. It has slightly higher power, and I think it has a higher burn chance.
Heat Wave does. I tend to.
There is an argument for Heat Wave being a better.
Yeah, I kind of moved before I knew that he got Levitate instead of Bedingus.
Will-O-Wisp on Starcross is not a bad. If you
Yeah,
got
but
the-
Starcross also has too many moves disease.
I was gonna say, Absol is definitely the Pokemon you're gonna have 4 MSS on. It has one of the biggest move pools in the game. But I don't think that Absol really has the bulk to make great use of Will-O-Wisp. It's better off just hitting.
Can Boney M get Heat Wave?
Probably most flying types can.
He can.
Boney M is set up to be a special attack.
I
don't know.
might do Heat Wave because I only have one Heat Wave TR. I might just do Heat Wave on Boney M to give him some coverage
Yeah.
and a move.
Yeah.
That also lets him hit steel types, and that's something that you have a little issue with. Not a crazy amount, but
Just like thinking, like Heat Wave is going to be really useful for the upcoming segment where
Yeah.
you're having. It's definitely better than Steel Wing.
Yeah.
which I think you just put steel. I would assume you just put Steel Wing on to attack fairies. But
Yeah, I put it on for the Fairy Gym and didn't end up needing it because my strategy was flawless. It was kind of my backup plan.
Your strategy was Ponyard.
Yeah, my flawless Ponyard sweep of the Fairy Gym went pretty dang well, I would say.
Yeah, it did.
I love Shadow Ball, but nobody can use it.
I'm surprised that Hydreigon doesn't get it.
That is a little odd.
Okay, so let's take a look at our boys and girls before we move on to... Oh, I need to take off Eviolite, definitely.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
You have better options.
Yeah. We got Dragon Pulse, Earth Power. I need to swap Workup and Flamethrower.
The one thing you might think about and I didn't necessarily see the TR, so that might be why we didn't see it. Dark Pulse on him.
I didn't see it, but we'll go through and check.
The other thing is that you should check while you're in a Pokemon Center its relearner moves, because it may just be able to relearn Dark Pulse.
Yes.
Yeah, it may be a level 1 move.
And I'll probably do that over workup. Or not workup. What's the
Nasty
whatever?
Plot.
Yeah, Nasty Plot. I'll probably do that over Nasty Plot. Because if I was trying to play competitively, I might run with a totally different moveset. But like, Hydreigon doesn't need more stats in the game.
It's got like 125 base special attack or something like that.
It doesn't need more. I like Weavile just being what?
If you put up a Nasty Plot with it, you will be able to KO everything with a not very effective move.
Yeah, it's just very, very good. There's just no, I don't need it. I just don't need more.
I don't need it.
Weavile, I like having Fake Out and Ice Shard. I think it's kind of cool to be very fast. And Icicle Crash and Metal Claw just shred things.
I would say that Metal Claw is probably not optimal. It's got pretty low base power. It's like 50, I think.
Yeah, at this point, you're probably right.
There's probably a better option.
We'll take a look at that.
Night Slash is great.
Yeah.
But I don't think you need Metal Claw.
I think Boney M has what it needs, and Toxic and Roost and Air Slash and Heat Wave are just like some flaky salt on the top.
They just make those battles go a little.
Yeah. We got Starcross, which I think this is the moveset we're going to go to the end of the game with here.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I like.
This is very good. We've got Pawniard, which I think we're also pretty close to our in-game set here. Fluffles has been the same since the beginning, and he will. This is a good set for him.
Yeah.
You might, if you find another move for Fluffles that you just love, you might actually put that over Crunch, because how Hangry works is that
he's only dark sometimes.
Yeah. Well, he's
just like it would allow Oral Wheel to basically be both an electric and a dark move, saving you a move slot.
Yeah.
But you don't always have control over which type you are, so that's kind of a trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it just gets Nasty Plot at some point.
Save you from it. But you may not actually have Dark Pulse as like a level 1 move.
Doesn't look like it is. That's fine.
Okay, let's look for a Dark Pulse TM or TR.
It would be a TR, and I don't think we saw it, because we would have...
Let's sort by name. Whoop.
Yep, doesn't look like it.
Okay. In that case, we are going to teach him the business.
Yeah.
And it might just be a level up move that we get as we go on.
Right. But Nasty Plot is just better than Workup.
Oh yeah.
I won't ever use it, but it is just better. So we're putting it on just in
there
case.
Could be. I can think of like a couple of edge cases where it might be a good idea. Things like used a partial invulnerability move, so you just need to burn a turn. You might as well use that turn to make sure nothing survives.
Sure. We're looking at Wiggles' Metal Claw. He hits Dark Pulse, so that's cool. I don't need a Dark Stab, but Night Slash is going to be better than Metal Claw, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
No, it's just a TR.
What is?
Your
Dark Pulse.
Dark Pulse.
Hydreigon.
Gotcha.
The next thing he'll learn.
And the other thing is like you can run, all sorts of filler moves, like Substitute would be good. U-turn's not bad, even though it's physical. The ability to switch out is really good. You can run Snarl if you want to be able to hit 2 things in a doubles. Scrolling down here. You can run Surf. That's not horrible. Scrolling.
On Hydreigon?
Yeah.
He
not
gets
bad.
Surf?
Yep.
That's
Focus Blast.
compelling to me because I don't have any water moves.
Focus Blast. Flash Cannon, potentially. That would let it hit fairies. That's about it.
He gets Throat Chop.
This thick pair of glasses slightly boosts the power of special moves.
That'd be a great item on it.
Let's see
gets
if there's
good-
something better, because like I said, he doesn't need the better stats. So let's see if there's something more compelling here. Boost crits.
The King's Rock.
King's Rock is pretty nice. Bright Powder is always fun.
Yeah, but it doesn't compel me as much as infinite damage, so...
I think Wise Glasses is great.
Yeah. And
That
I think...
basically,
What?
I was gonna say that basically makes up for like low rolls, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Pretty much always guarantees that you're that. Yeah, Surf right there.
You could do Hydro Pump if you wanted more power.
I have always liked slightly lower power and better accuracy. That's why I didn't really like Hustle as the ability. So 100% accuracy, 90 power. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
flamethrower. It's
It's fine.
Yep. I, as someone who has maybe the worst video game look of all time, also prefer to run. If I could not have a chance to miss, I would like that.
all right. Now I think we're moving on.
Okay, now we got the squad set up. Now we just gotta speed run the end of the game.
It's White Hill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, because this is
The snowy area.
the
You
snowy
literally,
area.
you literally only train here once. So.
Yeah.
Wow, you took a long time in there, almost like you took a train ride back and forth. I was waiting out here forever.
I'm literally suffering from hypothermia. Yeah, there's flashy over here. Oh God.
You can't escape the mime.
It was
oh,
not,
that's
that's not the mime.
Clang, clang. Clang, sorry.
I like this Pokemon.
My girl.
Hey, look, we can test out the new.
Several moves.
Yeah.
There aren't many bad picks.
I'm also way over leveled, so like.
Well, you're way over leveled for these wild Pokemon. You're actually about the level that Leon is as you fight him.
Yeah.
So,
Doctor, give me the news.
He's like, no.
it's chlamydia.
This is an interesting matchup here.
You do have the giant glowing weak spot to fairies.
Yes, I do.
That's why I was kind of saying like Flash Cannon's interesting because that would let fairies, but that is his one drawback. And you know, those pseudo legendary dragons should have a big glowing weak spot.
hmm Does he get Flash Cannon?
Yep.
Jesus.
The thing about Flash Cannon is that it is inaccurate. It's like
Flash Cannon has 100 accuracy.
Really?
It has a chance of lowering the target's accuracy. I'm pretty sure if it's not 100, it's 95.
I feel like I've missed too many Flash.
Ian, are you thinking of Zap Cannon?
No.
The Zap Cannon, in my opinion, is a bad move. Extremely high power.
No,
Cool
I
secondary effect.
I just swear that I've missed Flash Cannons before, and I don't know what I'm thinking. Maybe Focus Blast? I do kind of link those two in my head. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
The Flash Cannon isn't bad. It's super effective on ice types, and it's super effective on fairy types. Those are things that play in Hydreigon.
Does
in competitive last gen, Hydreigon often ran Steel EMZ with it, Corkscrew Crash, the fairy jet.
Yeah, that
Just
makes a lot of sense.
just end those fairies.
The drawback on Hydreigon is that it doesn't have amazing speed. It's got like base 92, I think,
Which is not good. Yeah.
but not. It doesn't have a great way. I don't think it has any way to boost its speed, and it doesn't have amazing speed.
I mean, baton
good.
pass. You can pass. this
Baton
speed.
Pass has been
It's been illegal in competitive, at least for several generations.
yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
No, Baton Pass wasn't it like real toxic in the meta? at one
It's
point?
just it's kind of annoying to deal with.
Yeah, people were sweeping with like whoopers, so I can understand that.
No, you have to go read that sign.
I don't. I actually
Rusty. Rusty,
don't. I actually don't have to go read the sign, Ian.
please.
And when I say competitive, I mean like in Smogon. It's not in official.
Right.
Baton Pass is still legal, but it's not that great in doubles.
And doubles is the format that Nintendo actually supports.
Yep.
Which is super ironic to me because doubles is like not the base format in any game ever.
Any game, Ian?
Say what you're gonna say.
Obviously, you've never been to the Ore region.
Or hey Nate, who developed that game?
Genius Sonority.
Who developed every other Pokemon game?
Not
Not every, but developed the main series Pokemon games.
Game Freak.
There you go.
But I think Genius Sonority just got like straight up beaten by the Pokemon Company.
I mean, that makes sense.
And I believe that was the first project that James Turner, who is the art director on this game, did.
It's still weird to me to hear James Turner's name because I know a totally different James Turner.
I say that I think he started with Gale of Darkness, not Calls.
I have finished Gale of Darkness, have not finished Colosseum. Gale of Darkness, unironically, is one of my favorite Pokemon games.
Bob,
Its music is legendary.
I think it has the best music in the series.
I'd agree with you.
The two of them. It's
Yeah.
hard to do because they basically use the same sound. But the Ore games have the best music. in my opinion.
they messed up in Colosseum, but they recovered in
No!
Gale of Darkness.
No!
It's not super effective. You resist it.
It's music.
But I resist you.
No!
Did you miss an ice crash?
I did.
You know, Ice Shard
It is 4 times.
is 4 times, right?
I bet an ice shard would have kicked out.
Yeah, whatever.
I would have been a little surprised if Ice Shard didn't. But the best Pokemon song going on record here is Mirabee's theme in Gale of Darkness. Even though Nathan disagrees with me, but the best that is the best song in the Pokemon series.
Of that game, my favorite music is the Battle Symphony.
That's the number 2 in that game. That one's probably top 5 for me.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon top 5.
Just
But one,
all of the music in that game, awesome.
but one is Mirror B's theme, who is the champion slash red theme from Gold Silver,
The JoJo games.
from the Johto games, and then probably the rival from that. Yeah, probably the rival from that game, and then Battle Sim, and then the Heart Gold Soul Silver remix of the Champions theme and the rival theme go 5 and 6. That's probably what it is.
Okay. So go through the regions, Ian, and then tell me your favorite song. Starting with Kanto.
Starting with Kanto, it's the song you hear the most often. It is the battle song.
Yeah, the trainer battle song, especially the Fire Red Leaf Green version, is the best game.
Yes,
It's the best game.
is the best in that game. I already said what my favorite from Johto was.
Close second runner-up in Kanto is the champion.
Champion theme is also good. But it's the champion slash red theme from Johto.
Again, I agree with you. Close second being
the rival theme. Trying to think. Sapphire, Ruby. The legend, like the Rayquaza's theme is good. But there's not really one that I like that music a lot.
Yeah.
But there's not one that
I'll agree that there's nothing that I would like super duper love.
Yeah.
I think my favorite of it is possibly just the standard Magma Aqua Grunt theme.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite.
Maybe the gym leader theme from that game.
Possibly, I think I made like the Elite Four theme.
Yeah. I like that. Gen 4. Skip Diamond Pearl. Gen 4 has bangers.
Hey, time out. How far away are we from the Diamond and Pearl remakes?
Couple of months. Like it's
I want to say November, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
sounds right.
One of the things we're going to talk about at the end of the stream is what we're doing next. And whatever it is, we need to make sure it's not going to take so long that we are not ready for Diamond and Pearl. Because
I think we're like 2 months.
yeah. You think it's end of November?
I
Okay. Anyway, back to music talk.
It's
November 19th.
yeah, November 9th. So we'll do something for it that doesn't take incredibly long. Gen 4's got some good music.
I like the ambiance of Gen 4, but there
Shit.
aren't any like Gen 4 themes that would jump out to me.
Yeah.
If I had to pick a favorite of Gen 4, it might be
The Arceus theme.
possibly.
Well, the Arceus theme is like the best at like
It really sells what it's doing.
Yeah, it captures it. No, you're fighting God, and
Yeah.
and the game lets you know that you're fighting.
I think it gets points off for never actually being legitimately playable.
Yeah, but it's still real good.
I would say of Gen 4, I think my favorite might be. I'm not gonna go with like a super duper hard like banger like most generations. I actually just kind of like the ambient like root themes, just because I think they really like kind of sell it. Like the lakefront themes especially. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like kind of those kind of more ambient
Yeah.
themes. I always felt that the music of Sinnoh was very like peaceful.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that they kind of like set it.
Yeah. Gen 5, as we have noted, probably like as an entire
Gen 5 has it real good.
as a generation.
Your average Gen 5 song is higher on the list than most other regions.
Yeah. As
This is a hard.
if I had to rate like music from Pokemon Gen, which generation do I like the most?
Yeah.
It would be Gen 5. It's just got some absolute bangers on it.
It's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Um,
If I'm gun to my head, have to pick a favorite. I think it might be the Black and White 2 rival theme.
that's really good.
Yeah. I like Chorus's theme.
Yeah. I also think the rival theme is Black and White.
Yeah, the legendary theme too.
Yeah, the legend theme. Dick. I don't know. I would have to think about Gen 5 for a little while. Gen 6, like, there's not a whole lot that like
Best theme,
points out to me.
Head and Shoulders in Gen 6 is the Elite Four theme.
Right, that's a good theme.
Head and Shoulders above everything.
Yeah,
I remember like the first time I was playing through on my blind Nuzlocke when I was in college, and I hear that theme, I'm like, oh, this theme slaps.
Yeah, and that's really how I'm deciding what the best is what stuck out to me most. Like, what's the, like, when I think of that generation, what's the song that is playing in my head? And that's why it's actually the Mirror Beat theme for me, for
the Ore games.
Yeah, the Ore games. Because I think that is like, I think that is, and this is a bit of a hot take, it's probably like the most iconic, like you hear that, not iconic, but like recognizable, like it,
yeah,
you know,
it is a flashy song.
Yeah.
And then Gen 7.
I don't know if I'm qualified for it, for saying Gen 7, because I haven't played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which does have different music than
Slightly, yeah.
It's got some more music.
Well, most of the songs in that game are Sun.
So I will default to you.
Sun and Moon, I'd say it's Gladion's theme.
Yeah.
Probably Gladion's theme in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon 2, but just to be different, I'm going to say it's Ultra Necrozma.
Ultra Necrozma has a good theme.
I also like the Champion theme
Yeah.
in Ultra Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Gen 8.
That's an easy pick for me.
It's Marnie's theme.
Marnie's theme.
I like Hop's theme.
Bidet's theme actually grew on.
Bidet's theme, yes. I like it a lot more now than I did.
Yeah.
But no, it's Marnie's theme.
It's
Marnie's theme is, I think, pretty objectively, head and shoulders above everything else. Just like Marnie is in this game.
And I'm going to specify the Champions Cup theme, not her standard.
Yeah.
So I have been listening to you guys, and I disagree with every one of your generation's picks.
Okay.
What? I just turned it on. What is that?
Give us just a moment.
I hear another conversation going on.
Yeah, it's alright.
So I disagree with your picks for every generation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Tell
I'm
us why we're wrong.
gonna go through mine.
Okay.
Okay. Generation 1. Best song is Bicycle Theme.
That's objectively the worst Pokemon music take I've ever heard.
Generation 2. Best song is Bicycle Theme. Generation 3.
I know what the joke is here.
Best song is Bicycle Theme.
I legitimately hate every bicycle theme. I do not like bicycle themes.
Generation 4. Best song is Bicycle Theme.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd be the weird kid and go all spooky teams. No, that's not weird. You're good, Sammy. You're good.
What about in Gen 7, Rusty?
Bicycle theme.
Today,
Yeah.
you ride lots of things in Gen 7. I don't know
Yeah.
if you get a bike.
Oh, I don't know. That might be good. Look at that.
Ooh, that's pretty cute. And Sammy, we love you for it. But no,
We'll
there-
let you pick your Lavender Town creepypasta.
there is not a bicycle theme that I like.
I would say of the bicycle themes, the best one is Gen 6.
They're fine. Like they're not like.
Shout outs to Gen 2 for you being able to play the radio while you're on your bike so that you don't have to listen to the bike theme. I actually do like the Game Corner theme, which is one of the songs you can play.
Yeah.
The Game Corner theme in that game.
I just don't like the bicycle theme. Like I have never really liked the bicycle theme because I think every other song is better. I'm like, why do I listen to this when there are objectively better Pokemon songs I could be listening to? But I understand that might not be the thing that everybody thinks.
What about in Gen 8, Rusty? What's your favorite theme?
Gen 8 is this one, right?
Yes.
Hold on just a second, and I will play it for you.
He's not going to play it for us because we don't have the game for that.
Yeah.
I should say,
Ready? Ha!
Bicycle theme, very good.
his favorite song in this game is just the 2 chimes that happen when you get on the bike.
Yep. Ding ding.
I will say this game gets shout outs for Mustard's theme, his good theme, I should say.
Lavender Town theme is also very good.
It's very spoopy.
I don't necessarily think it's the best song, but I like how much character it has.
It does.
Like it's a departure from almost every other song. Target acquired.
Like the spooky ghost theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to make the argument that, like Ian said, when you hear the song, you recognize what it's from, and you can play most bicycle themes and recognize which game that bicycle theme is from, and you know it's from a Pokemon game. Also by the metric of song that gets stuck in your head most often. And by that metric, Surfing Theme is the second best song in the Pokemon series.
See, I like the surfing theme way more than I even like the bike theme.
Nope.
Like,
You're wrong.
okay. Like, objectively, I know like that my take on the bicycle theme is not correct, but I'm right, and I'll die on that hill.
No, you might be correct. I am absolutely trolling you guys.
Yeah. Like, and
I'm not too big to admit it.
yeah. And if like your favorite song in a Pokemon game is a bike theme, you are absolutely correct for that to be your favorite song. I just don't like it as much, and that's fine.
It's really peaceful of you.
They'll just have to understand that I'm right.
There.
Like, I'm not correct.
There's where it is.
I'm not correct.
Speaking of good themes,
Like, I'm not correct, but I'm right. There's a difference.
Should have changed to Marnie's hair for the Marnie fight.
It's Aper style.
It's already aping the type.
I was really tempted to go with Marnie.
Just become Marnie.
You wouldn't be the first. Blue.
Is there something like Draco Meteor I need to be running more than this? I know not Draco Meteor because it's physical, but
Draco Meteor is special, but it drops your special attack and it doesn't have perfect accuracy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dragon Pulse is probably the move I would.
okay.
No, Dragon Pulse is like an 80 base power move.
Yeah, it's just there's no secondary effect to it.
Yeah.
But like 80 base power,
It's-
100 accuracy, it's great.
It's the Dragon Flamethrower without the 10% chance.
Yeah.
It's the
good move.
the Surf, the Thunderbolt, the Flamethrower.
You could run Draco Meteor and not a whole lot would stand up to it. And it's a relatively common competitive move on her, or at least it was. Draco Meteor spam became less prevalent after fairies were introduced. But it's still a great move.
People would wider Draco.
Yeah, Wide Orb Draco's good. Back when Z moves were a thing, Draco was great. And it's a perfectly fine like Wormwind move.
Yep.
But it's just, you know, the consistency of Dragon Pulse should be more than enough to carry you through.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with the special attack drop.
Oh no, Grimmsnarl is part fairy. What will I do?
Headbutt it.
I'm gonna iron hit it. Yeah.
The bug.
With a tall Goral.
I like Ponyard Pants.
It's like FC Hammer Dance.
Yeah.
I like their digitigrade feats.
Hey, are you gonna stab that gremlin?
With my face horn. My beautiful, beautiful face horn.
Actually, you're gonna stab it with your ground horn.
You can't just shove your ground horn on the screen.
It's about to right now.
Remove the lower horn.
Prepare to harvest the lower horn.
Sammy, you're correct. You is correct. That's a Futurama reference.
Wait a minute. Giant monsters clashing. Lots of hair. Is this a Bayonetta 3 ad?
I was wondering if you would.
One of the characters has pigtails.
Never before. Right.
Guys,
You were right.
Bayonetta 3 though.
You were right, Sammy, but at what cost?
That's some news.
A
There
lot
was
of that-
also some other news that came out recently.
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
I took psychic damage when I saw it.
Mario's gonna be played by our very own Crispy Rat.
Yep.
Chris
I think that had to
Chris
happen
Pratt.
because they saw a Lego movie and they're like, yeah, that's about the vibe we want.
That's not the vibe I want with Mario.
I think they saw Parks and Recreation and thought that's the vibe we want. The thing is, most of the other castings are like decent. I love Jack Black as Bowser. And
I wish they had just pulled the trigger and let Charles Martinet just do it.
Yeah.
I wish.
I would have loved Danny DeVito as Mario.
Charles Martinet's a voice actor. You know?
Yeah.
And you have animated characters. Voice
Is
actors.
Is it an animated movie?
I
Yeah.
assume because it's by the same team that did.
Yeah, like the Minions people.
Yeah.
Oh, I was under the impression this was going to be a live action thing.
So,
No. It's by Illumination. Same people who did Minions.
Yeah.
But you know, like,
Then why don't they just have Jack Black be everyone?
well, and like Charles Martinet.
Or Charles Martinet be everyone.
is a voice actor.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just like, this is a skill he is better at than your Chris Pratt. Not that any of his characters haven't done voice work before, but
That is Charles Martinet's whole thing.
well, and you get like, because you know your Nintendo, you have fuck off money.
Yeah.
You know, you can get the best of the voice actors.
Yeah.
You know, your Billy's West, etc. And you know, I would love to see, you know, Billy West be the Wars or something.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
But no, like, and I don't want to, you know, I actually don't mind a lot of the other casting.
Yeah. But it's just like, you know,
But like, yeah, Chris Pratt, and even like, I don't love Charlie Day. Like, he's fine.
I
think
can't
he's
believe they got Charlie Day and not
Danny DeVito.
guy I said previously, Danny DeVito. Like,
Well, if marketing
Come
tells
on.
you have to use some A-list celebrity to get butts in seats, Charlie Day is not a bad thing.
I don't think Charlie Day's an A-list.
I mean, it's like you have to use a celebrity. You can't use a dedicated voice actor.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, Charlie Day is fine.
Yeah.
I think that's a acceptable thing. I agree with you, Sammy. I don't know how much I love Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Like, it's fine. I'm not.
he's gonna be a weed.
He might be a weed monkey. I'm not like worried about that.
Seth
I'm trying
Rogen, the Pokedex entry for Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong is the weed ape Pokemon. I'm sorry, Seth Rogen. I know you're trying to get out of that stereotype.
I also don't hate Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. I don't know how exactly that's gonna work, but
I can't believe they didn't get Aaron Hansen to be Toad.
Again, they're going with actors, not voice actors. It's very like they're clearly maximizing
star power.
to button seat ratio, which I don't love, but is the way the industry works.
Yeah. It's just like, I like Jack Black. Don't hate Charlie Day. Who plays Beat? Who's going to play Beat? It's what's her name?
I didn't recognize her name.
I see her face.
She's probably been in something, and I don't know it.
You know,
I'm an old fart who doesn't go to movies.
yeah, didn't hate that, but it's just like, I saw Chris Pratt and I'm like, no. I'm just like, just give it to Charles Martinet.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah. It's good.
I mean, we're talking about deserve. Give Luigi to John Leguizamo.
That's something.
Or Brian David Gilbert.
You said Luigi, not Waluigi.
Yeah, not Waluigi, you're right. He spent the first 20 minutes of that video essay explaining why he should be Luigi. And then he pivoted. How's it feel? God, I'm shorter by a lot.
Yeah, well. You're a tiny hamster.
It makes a point to put them on the same scale, and it's so much shorter. And I ruined him.
I haven't played the new Mario Golf game. No, we've had many other video games in front of that one and just haven't gotten to it. It looks actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
That one where you're like time running across the field matters.
Something like that.
Well,
it's
I think
like-
that's a mode.
It's
I
like
think-
it's like a rush.
Yeah, that's a mode. That's not.
Oh,
That's
that's
not
not the
all
whole
of it.
game. I thought the point was that it was like a race. It's like
I think that's one of the modes
it
you
was-
can play.
it was
But
real
you can also,
time.
yeah, play normal golf.
Why would I want to play normal golf in a video game? Let me play laser golf.
Yeah. But I've never played a Mario Party game that. And I'm not saying Mario Party. I'm saying Mario.
A Mario
Party game.
themed party.
Yeah, a party game with Mario's face on it
Yeah.
that I haven't.
Oh, and you beat like all of your rivals.
Presumably he came in and like beat all this stuff.
Yeah, Nathan and I have not necessarily been paying attention.
We
to
heard the
rivals.
term Chris Pratt had an aneurysm.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. This has not been anything. I don't think I've been hit. Like I've one shot everything. It's not been exciting.
Well, and we also had the music discussion.
I do like discussing music.
And in some of these episodes, we've just kind of turned them into a little mini podcast or whatever, and that's fine.
Without spoilers, Star Wars Legends is out and is an absolute delight.
Visions.
I mean,
you mean?
it
Visions,
looks
not
cool.
Legends. Yeah,
Even if it's not like well written or something, it looks stylish.
it is. There is something delightful in every single episode. I would say the storytelling is actually maybe a little bit weak in it, but like that's not really the point of it. They gave these to animation studios, not.
Well, and there's a lot of room in the Star Wars universe to look really cool.
Yeah,
There are entire characters whose existence is this character looks cool.
yeah.
Look
Well,
at you,
and-
Boba Fett.
And even more into story not really mattering for these is that they're very, very, very not canon.
Yeah.
Extremely. They just got a bunch of studios and were like, hey, make whatever you want and it can have lightsabers.
And it can have
But
Star
like Boba Fett and Captain Phasma are both characters that just like look really cool.
Did you know that
Let's
Captain
kick-
Phasma's armor was supposed to be Kylo Ren's armor? But they decided that wasn't the best course of action, but they didn't want to waste the armor, so they invented a character for the armor.
And that's what makes it flashy. Captain Phasma fights with a spear. You have space lasers, guys. It's not about being practical or being, cohesive.
I do-
It's about looking.
I do also want to say I knew it was going to happen, but it still ticks me off the number of people that are talking about like they wish it hadn't been so like samurai and ninja inspired because they don't want it. They want it to get back to like Star Wars inspirational roots, and it makes me want to rip up the earth and beat them to death with it.
I have seen those tweets, and it is. I'm like, you guys are missing the fucking.
I don't think you're actually fans of Star Wars.
Yeah, Darth Maul shows up, dies. All his job is to do is just look cool. Be flashy.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I love that.
And Maul didn't actually die.
Yeah, and then like in the expanded universe, he's too cool to actually die.
That's not the expanded universe anymore. That's just what it is now.
Non-movies, whatever.
Okay, but we're talking about Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But and I've seen the animated show.
Yes. Yeah. No. Sammy. Yeah. That's the whole point about it. Everyone's like, it's too influenced by Japanese culture. Motherfucker.
Aha.
George Lucas wanted to make laser sword samurais in space. This is more true to that concept than all of Star Wars.
It's more true to that concept than George Lucas's first movie about that concept was. Like,
George Lucas watched a bunch of samurai movies and said, "Oh, that's cool as shit. I want to do that."
Yeah.
And then 50 years later, when we have the animation technology to truly do that.
Yeah. Well, and the swordplay in A New Hope. There's just no two ways about it.
It got so much better even in like
Even in Empire Strikes Back.
but no,
Which, for the record, Empire Strikes Back is my favorite.
that's not a bold take.
It's not a bold take.
Empire Strikes Back, did you say it's your favorite movie?
Yes.
Okay.
It's my favorite Star Wars.
I don't know what mine is.
I'm getting closer and closer to saying it's The Last Jedi.
Is your favorite?
Mm-hmm. With a whole lot of caveats and context.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a big discussion, and it requires the other movies to exist for it to be my favorite in that context. But I'm getting. I haven't said it yet, but I'm getting closer to it.
It might be Return of the Jedi. But
I don't love Return of the Jedi. That it has the weird side quest to go save Han from Jabba the Hutt. I know the whole backstory of they didn't know that Harrison Ford was going to be in it, et cetera, et cetera. I get it, but I think Return of the Jedi movie than Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, that really doesn't matter.
Hot take. Phantom is my favorite Star Wars movie, with the caveat I know it's a stupid thing.
Phantom Menace has maybe the best sword fight in all of film ever, and I am actually serious about that.
It's one of
I do remember being like 10, No.
No,
Not
you
that
wouldn't
old.
have been 10.
I
I was.
I was
like
I
7
was
or 8.
11 or 12.
Yeah, I think it was like 7 or 8 when it came out. And like, I was at my friend's house and we stayed up like all night just replaying the Darth Maul sword fight, just because
Yeah.
you couldn't find anything cooler.
I mean the whole fight, not just the choreography and the acrobatics, which are really cool, but not the cool part of the fight. It's the scenery and the emotion and the making a sword fight with a stop for like 2 minutes, and a dude sits down and meditates in it, and there's not a cut in the fight. It's incredible that they made that work, and they had that stop twice, and one of them kept the fight going. What? The choreography making Obi-Wan so helpless, trapped the second time behind the force fields, and everything about that fight is just bonkers creative, and it shouldn't work on film. Explaining it doesn't sound like a good fight.
Yeah.
It sounds silly. And there are elements of it that are silly. The architecture of that place makes 0 sense.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely designed for the fight.
Yeah.
It's designed to give cool fight locales, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that
But
goes back
it
to-
also, the theme of that fight also really calls back to that same style as Obi-Wan versus Vader and the samurai movies that they're inspired by. Like, the whole thing is...
So I do want to make a slight point that when he says the best sword fight on film, he's talking more in a Western.
Yeah, sure.
Context.
I have not seen every sword fight on film.
Well, and I want to make the big difference that Western sword fights and like Eastern sword fights, and really like Western fighting and action movies and Eastern fighting are completely different. Like those are apples and oranges to compare.
Yeah.
If you want some more in-depth, like on how those are different, go watch Corridor
Digital.
Yeah, go watch Corridor Cruise. Stuntmen and women react, because they will give you an appreciation for what you are seeing so much more than like I think I am better at watching movies watching those.
I should probably also amend my statement away from best sword fight to coolest sword fight.
Yeah. And who's Maul? What's the name?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm also blanking on his name, but he's an incredible stuntman.
Yeah, well, he's an incredible stuntman, and he continues to be Maul.
Even
like,
in the animated stuff.
Yeah, like he in the dope sword fight in the last season of Clone Wars. Ray Park.
And it was something that was kind of boring.
Yeah, the animated stuff, they do a really cool thing where they capture his performances because they can.
Yeah, and so so that fight between Ahsoka and Maul was completely choreographed and mocapped by Ray Park, and can't think of her name, who actually mocapped Ahsoka. They spent like a week on that fight, just those two choreoing that fight. Like they had.
God, I want to make straight. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Like they had like they just had a room, and
That's basically what I spent doing in college.
Yeah.
In Smash Bros.
Okay. I'm like, is the context I'm missing here?
Choreographing fights.
Sort of.
Spent a week in a room choreographing fights. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Honestly, I would do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too.
But like, they had like just a room taped, like when they got to like the narrow parts, they taped it out so that they could like actually like do it.
Yeah, because there's like a whole bunch of that. It's like on like a bunch of like catwalk.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we don't have a
Steel
cam
girders.
on. Yeah, we don't have a cam on, and they're like 4 or 5 inches wide at most. And so, so yeah, no, it's that is another sick fight. So they actually, I think they talk about that in one of those episodes, and they just give a really good like impression of like how to look at things, and of course, so the Quarter Crew are a bunch of like VFX artists. But they also like make.
They're a professional VFX studio.
Yeah, but they also like do a lot of their own filming. They do also a bunch of mocap and stuff for like their skits and stuff. They're actually a really cool team. They also have like their own. So they got a YouTube channel, and that's kind of how they got big. But they actually have branched off into their own video platform, like their own website. Because it kind of allows them to not have to deal with the crap that is the YouTube algorithm, and they are putting together a show that I'm kind of thinking about watching. That's that is like it's D&D, but they're actually like in real time animating it.
It's called LARP.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they're playing a game of D&D and then animating what happens in the game.
Yeah.
Live action.
Yeah. And so
producing. With visual effects.
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the coolest LARPing session you've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, it's LARPing technically.
But no, it's and they also do a bunch of do a bunch of teaching, like how they use different programs and what they're doing, and so that's why I like watching a lot of their stuff. But yeah, it's
Who's
sufficient
the threat?
to say.
Bronzong gets psychic, so I'm gonna get rid of Keith. Psychic can't hit me.
I was gonna say I don't necessarily know that you're worried about psychic.
No, I'm not. That's why I'm letting it stay on the field.
Yeah.
Usurp at everything. Go get rid of Hop's double. It's more of a liability than an asset.
I don't know. I paralyzed that Bronzong pretty good.
But like, yeah. So.
Surf probably was the better play, though. You're right.
I'm not sure. Remember that.
Oh no! It has levitate. I'm a fool.
You are Boo the Fool.
Well, so your options were levitate or heat proof. So
Technically, Bronzong is a 50-50 split, but every time an AI trainer has a Bronzong, levitate room.
I don't think that's true. I think there's one.
I'm not being literal. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah. Right, Frenchie.
Bronzong is just better with levitate.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen and maybe will admit to having done myself run heat through proof Bronzong just because I can
Bait people into
thinking I'm levitate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, swap it in as though it's got levitate.
well, that was like back in the day when you ran like dedicatedly. But if you just pretend it's levitate, then they won't pick ground moves.
Right.
Like obviously, if you swapped it in on a ground move, you would get hit.
Right, but if you swapped it in on a ground Pokemon,
yeah,
to pretend like you were,
yeah, because they're not going to pick the ground move, assuming that you are levitate, because
Right.
they're assuming you're not insane.
right?
I will admit to maybe having tried that.
Did it work?
Really
You
well
know.
once.
Well as anything I tried.
Works really well once on that.
Well, you had a mono explosion team once and won with it, so like,
Or more than once with it.
Yeah.
I would say with that team I've won like a good 30% of the time.
Surprisingly often.
Well, especially when Gen 6 came around and I had the ability to blow myself up and hit go. That was nice.
you win with a team that only kills itself. Like I understand the strategy isn't only killing yourself because that wouldn't actually work.
That's basically what it is. One teammate protects, the other self-destructs.
Oh, in doubles, yeah.
Yeah.
No! Oh, I was gonna say that hit really hard, but it's a crit. Okay.
You are quad weak to its fairy stat.
Earth power.
Welcome to Earth Power. Thank you, Nathan. It may not have sounded like it to you, but we were exactly in sync for the stream for that.
Sounds good to me. No, Ian, you were too late.
Yes, I know.
We make fun of it, but in that movie, if you actually watch it, he does pretty clearly announce it.
Yeah.
It is Independence Day, right? Okay. Wanted to make sure that I was remembering. Because I very clearly remember the Welcome to Earth scene, so want to make sure that we're not referencing something else. A movie that scared me as a kid. To be fair, that scene in the middle with when the alien takes over the dude.
What it is it's the what got him, and he was real little when Independence Day came out. There was the autopsy scene where it like busts open, and there's a jump scare there. And, you know, I'm not gonna blame a 3-year-old for being scared of a jump scare.
Is Macrocosmos the real villainous team? The real Team Rocket?
Yeah. Yes. Congratulations, you got the point.
Yep.
Well, because we've been yelling about how Team Yell is the villainous team from this for like 2 years now. We get way more fights with Yell than we do with Macrocosmos.
Independence Day came out actually before I thought it was.
Damn,
Gen
I would have liked
7.
to have a move to burn.
Gen 7 did something similar with the Aether Foundation.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a coincidence that the last 3 major villains of the Pokemon franchise have all been CEOs.
Have all been, say again?
CEOs.
Oh, yeah.
CEO, entrepreneur, born in 1964. Yes, absolutely. If there's a
Well, it's like the people who make games for Game Freak think that corporate overlords are bad.
There's also a reason why entrepreneur sounds like manure.
Jeffrey
Nice
Bezos.
burn.
But no, no.
His name is Jeffrey Bezos. He's the richest man that you've ever seen. His name is Jeffrey Bezos.
No,
Sorry.
Is that to the tune of Copacabana?
Yes.
Yeah, no. Jeffrey Bezos is I don't know. I want to say the worst human being on the planet right now, but I mean he's up there. like anyone who just hoards wealth is bad.
It's not great, my dudes.
But like he hasn't committed the most war crimes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there are people that are like, I don't think Jeff Bezos knows what he's doing is bad.
Oh,
There are
no, he is absolutely culpable.
there are people that know what they're doing is evil, and they're doing it anyway.
Yeah, like they're like Bashar al-Assad.
Yeah, like just to say he's the worst person, he might be doing the most harm. But to say he's the worst person, I think, is maybe.
Sammy, thank you very much. Thank you for this.
Oh, you're continuing to write this song I wrote, and you're way better at the hard parts.
No, like, I'm not gonna say Jeffrey Bezos is the worst human being on the planet. But I'm not gonna not say it, you know?
Going full throttle and peeing in bottles at the warehouse.
I think there is. Oh, Nathan, it's your favorite leggy Goral. There's definitely an argument to say that he's the most harmful person. That he has done the most damage.
No, Rusty, it's a good thing that the guy who thought of bookstore but online owns, like, all the wealth.
But I think that saying that he's the worst person, like quality of their human spirit, is probably not quite honest.
Well, like, the thing that has got me most about him is that he was asked point blank, is there anything that you can ever see for you to actually like spend this incredible wealth you have? And the only thing that he could see using his incredible wealth on is commercial space travel. That was his. He's like, yeah, that's the only thing that I could. Not
Not like paying his people better, or
not paying his people better, not any of the fake altruism. He didn't even lip service, making the world a better place, yada yada. The climate that we've decimated.
He's decimated a great bit of the climate himself.
Yeah, no.
And his companies. He's a major participant in the destruction of the world over the next 200 years.
Yeah.
Maybe the biggest. I don't know. I haven't done my research on that statement, but it's conceivable.
No. That is still and will always be
fossil fuels.
Oil, yeah, oil and gas companies. There's like 4 that like have doomed the world.
Yeah. I'm really looking excited and looking forward to everybody choking to death over the next century.
Yeah.
Great.
No, it's no. There are about like 6 or 7 corporations that you can point to and say.
But speaking of giant piles of garbage, Rusty, you just beat Oleana.
I sure did.
Yep. Yeah, Cobrastryke. I mean, I only know Cobrastryke out of bed if I talk on parody songs all day.
Have we talked about the contrast with her being like an objectively beautiful woman and her best Pokemon being a pile of garbage?
Yes.
That's kind of the joke, is that she uses a bunch of like feminine Pokemon, and then her ace is
Garbodor.
Super Mega Ultra Garbodor.
I shouldn't say objectively. I should say conventionally.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the word that I meant to say.
Here's the part they didn't have the animation budget for.
I'm sure it was a willful design choice.
Actually, I would imagine that this probably was a design choice.
I think it's a choice born of they had to. I don't think that Game Freak was designed the best game ever, and I'm not breaking. No, I think that design choice came from. They needed to do something somewhere to either save budget or something, and
There are aspects of this game that leave me with the impression that time constraints were a factor in the game's game.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pretend like I understand all of the behind-the-scenes budget work that went into it.
See, because they animate this very next scene. This could have very easily been like exactly the same way. They had all the assets to do it.
Yeah.
I think those art, those paintings are just.
I agree. They were probably a deliberate.
yeah. But I just wonder what came to that decision, because that's not something that they've done that they did anywhere else in game. You know, it's a jarring shift.
Yeah.
That being said, I kind of like it actually, but using and Nathan and I actually made a joke about this to each other before, using kind of the principle of like Occam's razor. You know, typically the
hypothesis that has the fewest assumptions has the greatest chance of being correct.
even though there are issues with that, you know, that's what it feels like. So, you know, it could be it, and I could be, and I want to be very clear. I am making a joke there, like that is not meant to be taken intentionally. But it just like it's a weird shift that they don't use anywhere else. Touch that bug. And so that's why I make the joke there. Now I will admit again, this game is not perfect, and no one is arguing that it is. But the people that argue like, oh, it's a bad game, don't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I think we might not finish this tonight.
You got about 30 minutes.
Yeah. I was thinking 2 more streams, but
hold on. I don't think if we go another 30 minutes, like I think the stream after that won't be very long.
We might just stick it out and finish it tonight.
Well,
I don't have anything going on. If you want to continue going on tonight, I don't have a problem with that.
Oh yeah, it is Friday, huh?
Yeah.
It is Friday.
We can go a little longer.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to break it up into 2 streams, I would have a problem with that.
If I was going to break it up into 2 streams, I would have stopped now.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say before you went on. It's like I was trying to give you the choice. I wanted to make the choice to stop now, but it is what it is.
If you want to push the end, I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are good with pushing, I am too. Oh, I forgot about Bidet. I don't really have a way to deal with his fairies. With my Hydreigon.
With your Hydreigon specifically, you're probably going to struggle with this fairy. Even then, probably going to be fine. Jake's about resting.
You can do it. I believe in you. The Mario movie just isn't realistic. How is Peach supposed to be in love with Chris Pratt when Jack Black is right there?
Right, though?
How's Peach supposed to be in love with Mario or Charlie Day?
Excuse me. Okay, so, like, yeah, sure, Charlie Day might be kind of a good-looking man, but Jack Black is hot.
I'm just saying, Bowser's a single father. It's, good baggage there.
Hey, only one of them is his biological kid.
Yeah.
Just adopted the rest of them. Which is canon, I'm pretty sure.
It used to be canon that the Koopalings were his children. I believe that's...
Yeah, and they're just kids that live with him now.
Run his castles.
He's a single dad who works too hard. He loves his kids and never starves.
Yeah.
With something head and the heart of a fighter. He's a survivor. My grandmother likes the show Reba. And so I know the theme song to Reba.
That also has been trending on TikTok. Mostly the gays making fun of like that like the culture around Reba, and it's kind of hilarious.
Look at this beautiful horse.
You're gonna bonk it.
I'm gonna bonk it really, really hard. You know how sometimes your pets will like do that head bonk when they're being really affectionate?
Yeah.
This is not that. Especially cats. When cats do, it's the fucking best. Gotta love a good head bonk from a cat.
That's usually good headphones.
Depending on the dog, it can also be great, but it can also be kind of overwhelming if the dog is too big.
Some dogs get a little excited at that photo.
I don't know who made the prank to.
Crunchy doesn't really do a head bonk.
Chaos, I know a dog that loves his mom so much that upon greeting her when she got home, he broke her back. I would argue that dog is too big. His name was Jobu.
Did the owner of Jobu have a Joe Bruce?
She had a broken back.
I mean, if you break your back, I assume just bruising that goes along with that. It's really funny that we're talking about overactive dogs, and definitely in the other room.
Yeah, you may hear the occasional from ours. Dad just got home and Crunchy was really excited. One is responsible for riling up the other, and I'm not sure who is more responsible. One of the guys who is a mechanic for cars has a, and it is aptly named.
No, it like comes to my waist, and I'm not a short.
If his dog were on two legs, he
yeah,
is a big dog.
Okay, now it's one of the gym leaders, I think, Milo? We always get this wrong. We have done this like 10 times on stream, and we always get it wrong.
Zord is a good lead for literally any team. Even the fairy team, I had a move. Like...
Nope, I was wrong. I was wrong again.
I'm not worried. Zord can kill the first of anything.
If I recall correctly, it's Nessa, Alistair, Rap.
It sounds right.
I feel like there's got to be some warping.
Don't worry, though.
Oh, this is an interesting lead, though.
You are weak to bug moves.
Yep. I think I just used the stab move, though, right?
Rusty, you're learning.
That's not gonna feel great.
Nope. But it didn't crit.
And he can't do it again? Oh. Next time he comes out, he can.
Can. That's the whole point. Is a fish.
Careful, that fish may know Mega.
That's probably why she sent it out.
I'm not extremely worried about it, guys. What can I say?
Which is understandable. So diesel.
I do think this is the play here, correct?
It's probably not the play I would make, but, you know, you don't have a horde.
What is the play that you would make?
If it were me, I would use the bird to beat them.
Yeah, he would go to Boney M.
Does Boney in? Oh, he's got air slash. Okay, yeah. I keep thinking I removed all of his flying moves because he's bad at attacking and I didn't like use them.
I was gonna say, one, he is not bad, but two,
He's bad at attacking.
Direct attacking is not his strongest suit.
She's bad at attacking, I should say. She's a beautiful
All man
lady.
are female. Yeah. It's a female counterpower part to Braviary, all Braviary. But A, you have enough of a level advantage matter. And I think it technically has higher base attack. I actually made this one special, one to give you another special attacker, because I knew you were going to be hurting for them. And B, lowering the attack means it takes less damage from confusion. Foul play.
In a long, drawn-out battle, the way that it's going to be using, that makes sense.
I love that you use one and then you use B after. Oh, we have such a good animation.
It is very cute.
You have to remove Bodyguard from your team now. He can't level up anymore.
Sad, but you understand.
Oh, that was actually a good mom.
It was a good swap for her. Because I can't hit Aura Wheel right now. But it's fine.
You can hit Aura Wheel right now. And I probably would.
I actually think I am going to hit Aura Wheel right now. You're right. But it's not electric type, which would have been optimal. But this Pelipper's not going to live 2 turns, and I'll have Seed Bomb for the portal.
Seed Bomb is double respawn super effective, which is probably better than single super effective with stab on the wheel. It's about the same. Certainly.
Still took out. Fine.
Yeah.
Darkness.
That means that the turtle is going to have swim.
It's a swimming turtle.
Fluffles is pretty fast, though.
Well, and Dreadnought's really slow.
And
You still, with the level advantage, I think you still have a pretty good chance.
I'm curious.
does Swift Swim just double it?
Yes, Swift Swim double speed.
Oh, then I might not beat it. Double is a whole lot.
Yes, double is a whole lot.
Even with...
And it's got like 50-ish base speed, so that's... You're still going to outspeed most stuff if you double that. But... It's actually got pretty low.
Oh, yeah, I outsped it, though.
I was pretty sure that with the level of...
Well, and just being quick.
Yeah.
It's one of its higher stats, is it not?
Probably.
I don't know.
Off the top of my head, I can't really think of what
Yeah,
stats.
I don't know its stats off the top of my head. have no idea.
If I recall correctly, it's kind of one of those all-rounder spreads. It's best, I think, stats for attacking.
Its stats are, its best stat is probably going to be based on its nature rather than what it is naturally.
Ugh.
I think you're right. I go into Alistair now.
Pico.
More Pico has, its highest is speed at 97, base 97. Its attack is base 95. So, yeah.
Which is what it means.
Yeah.
I've been really happy with Morpeko. I always thought that its stats were kind of like middling, and I guess they are. But when you really breed it decently, it can be a contender. And you bred me the best possible Fluffles that you could.
Nathan doesn't show his feathers for a lot of things, but when he breeds a good Pokemon, he'll let you know.
Yeah.
That is true. Somebody needs to get this kid a therapist.
I have seen or heard nothing that indicates he's nothing short of emotionally healthy. He's quiet and wears a spooky mask as a performing artist.
Well, that and like, hey, wearing a mask means that people can't be a creep when you're a celebrity.
Right.
Worked pretty well for like Sia and Daft Punk.
R.I.P. Daft Punk.
Doesn't his card directly say that he's seen trauma?
Hmm.
No, I did not read his card. If he's seen some trauma, yeah. Also, anybody could use a therapist, but that's a different conversation. If I'm faster than Chandelure, I'm not worried about Chandelure. He is the glassest of cannons.
He is a young, mysterious trainer that's taken the mantle of gym leader at a very young age. He has never been known to remove his mask in public. In fact, he has at least 100 masks of the same design just to keep spares handy in case his mask falls off for some reason. He claims that he developed the ability to see deceased ghost-type Pokemon after an accident that he had when he was 4 years old. But the truth is still a mystery.
If I recall correctly, he's rarely.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's right there. But he does look despondent right there, and
Oh, it's just a creepy guy.
yeah, but I want to make sure Creepy Ghost Kid's okay, you know? But I was remembering that it said that there was some sort of accident.
Remember. Anyway, your dark type trainer fighting Punchy Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not paid attention to this fight at all. Not particularly worried about it.
That's awesome.
Looking at the song.
Very first showdown team I ever was built with.
Absol's a good mon.
That was not a good team. And Absol was actually one of the first things I changed about that team because it was definitely not.
Absol usually sits around OU and UU, though, doesn't it?
No.
In Gen 5, at least, it was that.
No, a lot of people like it.
Yeah, it's a very cool Pokemon. I mean, it's very popular. And always has been. But while it has a giant move pool, it really doesn't have enough speed. It's got like base 70 speed, which is what I think of as like a good scarfing speed. But it doesn't really have enough speed to be the glass cannon that it's otherwise designed to be.
Yeah.
Its stat spread and access to priority sucker punch make it look like you want to set up a sword stance, but it doesn't really have the bulk to safely do that. Just kind of got this awkward jack of all trades, master of none sort of stats.
Yeah. I think that's part of why it's popular, though.
Well, it's got a cool design.
Well, yeah, but like in the game, that jack of all trades ability is really, really useful on just like a main in-game team.
Yeah, yeah, and like a casual playthrough, it's always been a really good mod.
Yeah.
And like it's got like cool lore behind it. It's got a cool design. There are even a couple of places where it has like a prominent role. Like in the first Mystery Dungeon game, it's got a very prominent role in the story.
Yeah. Remember the first Mystery Dungeon game that kept on talking up Lucario as the greatest rescuer, and it was a preview for the next gen, and Lucario never showed up in the game? That was
No,
cool.
but I've only ever played one Mystery Dungeon game.
Yeah. It was the blue one.
Whichever one you showed DS.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like Mystery Dungeon something blue. Blue something.
But that would have been blue.
Yeah. We have.
Sounds about right.
Stone Edge is so good.
It hits.
Turtonator gets surfed.
There's a better option, especially when the sun's out.
Yeah, Earth Power is probably better. Yeah.
There's an even better option than that.
Oh, is it Dragon Pulse? You're right.
He's a dragon. You're a dragon.
Yeah, you're right. Use the one with stab.
Yeah, Surf is neutral against this Pokemon.
Yep.
In fact,
You're right.
when I raised one, there are times when I threw it into water moves.
Dragon.
Dragon.
So that's the thing about dragons. They resist the 3 starter types. They resist electric. That's not a bad suite of resistance.
That's part of the reason Dragons is good is, and they kept making Dragons just busted stats.
Yeah. Well, and the reason I think, and we've literally talked about it in this playthrough. So, sorry for sounding like a broken record.
I'm not.
Dragon typing allows dragons to abuse their, at least before Generation 6, allowed dragons to abuse their busted stats because the only thing that resisted dragon was steel. So basically all you had to do was put up a couple dragon moves, and nothing could take an outrage once you remove your opponent's.
Yeah, no. Oops, Slow Dragons, like Gen 5.
Absolutely a valid strength.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, types that don't have a whole lot of resistances, like Dragon, like Ghost, like Fairy, make for good offensive typings from that standpoint, where they synergize well with things that you can set up and sweep.
Yeah.
Is Sun still gonna be up when he puts out Duraludon?
Possible.
He also might have been holding like the sun boosting rock. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to melt this thing.
Earth. Power might not be bad if Sun is still up.
Sun is still up.
I think they're about the same.
Which should be around.
I'm gonna hit the super effective just because it's guaranteed good.
Okay. Yeah.
On the special defense strategy.
Yeah. If it survives. I don't think Duraludon's...
Also, Moonball looks really.
Yeah. I don't think Duraludon's really got a great defense.
It doesn't. I usually one-shot it with whatever I'm doing. I don't think I've ever fought it with Sun up before, though.
Right.
I killed the Duraludon in my first playthrough with my Split.
I could.
I remember I was there.
Earthquake was super effective against the building Pokemon.
Oh.
Interesting. Did you know that Hydreigon's real?
Yeah, it's real good.
Rusty was talking like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get to Hydreigon before the end of the game," and Nathan and I were like, "You will."
Well, I did a whole lot of grinding off screen to make that happen. I certainly don't need to be at the level that I'm at to be competitive here.
Oh yeah.
I would make the point that this game does a great job about turning making grinding a lot.
Oh, it's a lot more. It's a lot more fun.
I would agree that it's a less tedious than.
Yeah.
Well, because you can farm for anything in addition to your experience.
Yep. But you kind of experienced this earlier today, where when you get to thresholds that unlock higher star ratings than you might be prepared for, that can lead to moments of frustration, where it's virtually impossible to beat some Pokemon on your own.
Well, it was not virtually impossible. It was impossible. There was not the Pokemon had 3 moves that were one-shotting all my opponents, and a sleep. It had a hypnosis. It would only ever try hypnosis once. I believe it's programmed to do that. Based on about 2 hours of testing I did today. And whichever Pokemon was hit was one shot.
Yeah. But like when a new star threshold is opened up, and you try and take it on immediately, it is they can lead to some very uphill damage.
Yeah.
So I would say that is the one flaw of the raid system as a mechanic for level growth.
Time to fight the champion.
Big problem is it was what was it, a Noctowl? Yeah, it's a Noctowl, so nobody wants one. So I could even look for help online and nobody's joining the Noctowl raid. Because it's a Noctowl raid.
Don't worry, I came in safety.
Yeah, running that with 2 people worked a lot better.
I used my level 100 shiny Zapdos.
You're
You can really
totally legitimate. What did you nickname that thing? You yourself? What did you nickname it?
I think that one is pkgen.com, pokegen.com is what I think that one is.
Yeah, just the first thing that pops into my head, machamps.com.
Yeah. Pokelab.com. 3pokemon.co.
Yeah. GimmeShinies.biz, you know.
Can we beat the game in 4 minutes?
I think it would
Find
be a
out
little-
next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball, Pokemon.
Pokemon Z.
Pokemon Ball.
That did not happen. It was just Pokemon X.
I'm kind of surprised we never got a Z. Although we got... no, we didn't. We just didn't get a Z.
There have been 2 Kalos games. That's it.
And I really liked Kalos.
See, a
too.
lot of people did. Kalos tends to get a lot of flack.
Well, most generations get a lot.
It had the Sword and Shield Pokemon before the Sword and Shield games.
It did. But Gen 3 had the Sun and Moon Pokemon before Sun and Moon.
Yeah, that's also fair and valid. And those Pokemon are not as good as Doublade and Aegislash.
Aegislash is so good.
Slash is a good mon.
Sammy, why are you screaming internally?
Oh, she was playing up. Next time on Dragon Ball.
Ah. No.
Not internally, eternally. Okay.
Oh, stream eternally. Okay. I misread that. There are some decent items over here, but I can't remember where. Like, there's like the life orb over here and stuff.
I don't need a life orb. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of an item that I want to put on my guys that I don't have, and I can't think of one. So and we're going over, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah. I say, sir.
I'll go grab this guy. Smoke ball.
They do a lot of.
First of all, that is way too late in the game to begin with.
Yeah, no kidding.
The smoke ball.
I get why they did it here because the foggy place.
Yeah.
But
The smoke ball should be like.
something you get like at latest the second.
Yeah.
Even the gen it was announced, it was or released in, it was later than it needed to be though. Gen 2, you get it beneath the radio tower. That's late.
God damn it! Those dogs batting at me. Just working. I am the night.
Bark, 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 bark.
I am the night. Bark, bark.
Ian, a bat hound. That's ridiculous.
I am the barkness.
This account doesn't stand for peace, erasure.
Yeah.
Or the bat cow, erasure. Am I joking? Am I not?
How do you feel about Comet the Super Horse?
Some things are best left to the Silver Age.
How do you feel
Shout
about,
out-
speaking of the Silver Age, how do you feel about silver?
Not worth as much as gold.
I was gonna say those guys at late night keep trying to get me to sell mine off.
No, no, no. Silver the horse. As in high O.
Did you call me?
We don't slut shame here.
Away!
But shoutouts to the Panda Red on TikTok and on YouTube. Go follow him. He's really funny and does a lot of comic book skits and stuff. And he's kind of turned me on to like the Bat family as like.
I think if you talk to Hop, he just works you there.
That's what I was heading back to. Sammy, I'm so excited for G Rank to get unlocked when I'm gone this summer.
Monster Hunter Rise Grank.
I'm so excited to live stream with you guys while I'm gone this summer.
Nathan, you can't talk about Rising Grank on stream. No, yeah.
Thank you. Well, if it isn't Skip and Hop.
Oh, you understand why I made my name now. I explained it at the beginning of the run.
It'll give me time to play again and catch up with you guys.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know how far. I think Nathan's pretty much.
I need to do the DLC stuff that came out. I haven't done any like the stuff with like Akuma.
Yeah, I haven't done any of that either. I think I'm around. I'm not quite 100. I don't think. I think I'm like in the 90s. I think Nathan is like 100 or whatever. He's not that high.
I have no idea.
Okay. Proposal. Nathan or Ian streams the new DLC, and then Sammy and Rusty don't play it until Rusty gets back, and then we play it as a group. And Nathan gets shafted in that proposal, but
I get to play the DLC. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Nathan needs to play it. I don't want to. Don't feel like you're limited there, Sammy.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm absolutely joking. Do not wait for me to get back from my summer job to. I might not. We're also talking. I might not have that job next summer.
We'll see.
I'll be honest. I'm probably going to have that job next summer, but
We'll see if that job's even a thing.
if they don't pay me what they owe me, it's going to be hard for me to work with them again.
You just need to go up to the council and pull your best Rihanna. Should hunt with me again, and we both leading up. Did you rank? Yeah, sure.
Let's do
I'm
it.
down.
Yeah, I also need to do the Akuma stuff. So I have in my game.
You guys keep saying the Akuma stuff. Is there DLC that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, there's like Capcom ties.
Oh, just like the party quests or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done any of that. I finally was able to get all of the Valstrax armor. I had to farm it to get the gem. Like,
oof, this
I
was a
remember you
bad
doing that
lead.
farm.
yeah.
This was a bad lead, guys.
Hey, remember, Rose uses all steel types.
Yeah, I got so used to Zord being in front.
Yes. You're about to get hit with like a mega.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. I realized that as soon as I clicked it. Yep. We'll see if I survive.
You'll survive.
Find your dad.
I wasn't worried about you surviving unless it crit. Yeah. No, so I've got the Valstrax armor all farmed out finally. I don't have all the weapons farmed out. I think
Nathan needs the Valstrax armor if he doesn't have it. It's made for him.
No, he's got it.
Okay.
And he's got it fully upgraded. That's kind of what I was working on, was just like upgrading that armor.
Before the kind of Wave of Summer DLC, I had basically everything.
Yeah.
I was like doing like.
Yeah, when we were streaming it every week, we were staying decently caught up. You and I were.
Well, especially I just hyper focus on stuff, and lately the thing I've been hyper focusing on is getting my ability decks finished.
Which you did.
Which you did. There are a couple of other Pokemon odds and ends things that I'm going to need. I'm sure I'm going to dive headlong into something to figure out what that is here in a bit.
I myself have been playing a lot of Destiny.
I've been playing a lot of Destiny, and while I was out of town, my girlfriend and I played Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2, and that has been a blight.
One of these days we're going to finish our...
We did.
We did one end.
I want to try something here.
Sounds dangerous.
He's gonna power!
I'm not going to Dynamax.
Oh!
I think Hydreigon's good enough. And he's really low on health, so if he's not, I'll pay in blood. Until I revive it.
Oh, or you'll just send out the next thing and Dynamax the next thing, and he's only got one turn to Dynamax.
Oh heck!
You would have killed
With flamethrower.
No, you would have killed it. He just has double the health he normally does.
Oh yeah. What are you talking about, Nathan? Zord sucks.
You're right. I should have bred you a better one.
Can you? I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding.
Possibly.
Unless.
I may have a better one now than when I bred you that one.
He did breed those like.
I did breed
4 months
those.
ago.
Yeah, several months ago.
Yeah, they were ready before I left.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, there were some optimizations that I wanted to get. I tried. I think I tried to get one with Belch, and I couldn't get it to.
Jesus! Belch!
Belch is weird. It's powerful, but the activation requirement is
Kind
trouble
of
that's
odd.
hard.
You can give it... There's an item that lets you... Skip all that.
No, there's not. In order to belch, you have to consume a berry. You can't use like a power.
What is it that... I put something on my Shocky Lizard Boy that lets me skip the berry for Belch.
Unless you can power, but I can't think of one.
He's gonna heal me. Oh, okay, he did not heal me. All right.
I'm not seeing anything that would get you around it.
Maybe I had a held item that was boosting sound moves.
There is the throat spray.
And that's the thing that I was comboing with Belch when I got it. Okay. That makes more sense.
I don't know how you would do that in a singles battle because...
You're right, because it needs to eat the berry. What am I thinking about? What did I do? I need to go back and look at that build. It was busto.
No, like, you could still use, like, D moves and max moves.
Yeah. Maybe that's all it was there for, was to be a max Belch.
The episode about this for Pokemon whatever.
Pokemon Evolutions, I think is what they call it.
Is really cool. And it goes into the more of like him actually like being incapacitated.
I need to watch the Evolutions stuff.
It's pretty sick, Mike.
Keeping in mind that I'm actively avoiding all Pokemon media right now. Ian did pass along to me a spoiler-free thing I can watch.
Yeah.
Is it just
Oh,
the same
one
thing
shot.
as Pokemon Generations, and that they're just doing an animated version of things that have happened?
I guess. That's literally all the first one was. See, I wouldn't have led with Pokemon.
Why not? I one-shot it here, and then I get some dogs.
I think there is a more survivable Pokemon stuff to do this fight with.
I don't need it. I get dogs next. Oh, there's like 3 turns of fight, though, isn't there?
Yeah, you don't one-shot this point.
No, I don't. It's not that I one-shot it. It's that I have to survive like 3 turns before the dogs.
I don't think you take damage in those turns.
Yeah, I think it's just stuff you have to mash through.
Oh, well then I'm perfect and nothing is a problem.
What I'm saying is you're gonna take a max Wormwind and not feel that way.
That's what I'm saying. There's 3 turns that I have to survive, and that's why.
These 3 turns aren't the turns you need to worry about. It's when you get the dogs and the fight actually happens that then you'll die. See, he's storing it.
Yeah, this is just a waste of everybody's time.
Yep. You gotta do something.
Oh.
And now you get dogs, and then you can fight.
Bork. The Undertale dog bark song. Sammy, I absolutely want to hunt with you again, though. That sounds great. Oh, this is a 4 Pokemon fight.
Yep.
This is a raid.
Basically.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, Sammy, you should give him a hand.
Yeah. Yeah, he is Mr. Gravity.
Mr. Grabby is what I call the hand thing on Smash Brothers. I know it has a name, but
Yeah, that's its name, Mr. Grabby.
And Crazy Grabby.
Crazy Grabby is my uncle.
Yeah.
That's who they're going to reveal as the next fighter, Crazy Grabby. You just have to wait till October 5th.
Yes, raise my attack. That's useful.
It's useful to everybody else. You might survive the smash one.
It might not even attack me.
Rusty, didn't attack you.
Yeah. Basically, I'm perfect.
Basically. Pop does nothing in this fight, and that's just how
Bonk
it
dick.
He absorbed a max Wormwind. I think that was pretty useful, if I'm being quite honest. Oh!
God, I wish this move's good.
Yeah, Dragon Pulse did better damage than
Did
Behemoth
better.
Dash.
You know, it's a defensively oriented Pokemon, not.
Cool dogs don't look at explosions.
Yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that there's one dog that is just way cooler than the other one in a binary.
You know, how do you look cooler than Houndour?
It might not hit all. I lived. What were you even worried about?
You lived because of the light screen.
Which it put up first. I would have loved it if that double finished it after you complained about it.
I've actually had at least one of my playthroughs top ended the fight.
That would have been
Now
beautiful.
dog does.
The dog usually does.
To be fair, Zacian and Zamazenta are pretty. Especially Zacian.
Say, Zamazenta isn't nearly as cool compared next to it. So do we ever do any more what tournaments actually?
Million.
It's an alien Pokemon.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are lots of
Yeah.
there are at least some of those.
yeah, there are plenty of them.
Clefairy.
Especially yeah. Starting with Clefairy and going to Deoxys and
If Clefairy is an alien and Gengar is a ghost of a
No.
Clefairy,
Stop.
Gengar is an alien ghost. The spookiest.
Pulls out Glock, Moon's haunted.
I've shot Moon Ghost.
If you want to shoot some moon ghosts, you need to get yourself some Destiny 2.
There's an entire ass expansion about
There's an entire moon full of ghosts.
Hype for the shoot.
Yeah.
You don't like these ghosts.
No, these ghosts are pretty bad.
They wail about how haunted they are.
They're also like your dead friends. Somebody's dead friends. Most of them are heiresses.
But you can go find Eris's dead friends' spirits and turn them into guns.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Haunted ghost gun.
Oh, no, Eris has a very special ability to turn things into guns.
Haunted ghost gun is
She turned
what
a
I'm shoddying for my bandmate.
she turned a worm god into a gun once.
It was a really good gun for a while.
I think 1,000 Voices is still pretty good.
Oh, it's 1,000 Voices? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's busted with particle.
Rusty, you can fly there.
I guess there's oh, I don't need to heal, do I?
You may, I don't know. Double check.
You shouldn't.
I'm sure they healed you.
Yeah.
I slept.
I've actually, no, with the particle, whatever the class item mod is,
That's not the place you want to fly to.
no.
You're not the place I want to
Stadium.
fly to. Heck off, ghosts.
Piss off, ghosts is maybe the.
There are
funniest-
two, because the sniper rifle was also really good. The Whisper of the Worm was also a worm god.
That's
yeah.
what I was. That's what I was thinking of. Was the Whisper of the Worm.
We've turned 2 worm gods into guns.
Which one was the Alaskan bullworm?
Whisper
Oh,
of the
no.
Worm.
Oh no, we're not strong enough to take on the Alaskan bullworm.
If you turned the Alaskan bullworm into a gun, it would be called Big Scary Pink.
And we can't do that because there's already a big scary pink in the game. That's not true. I just lied to you all.
For just a second, I'm like, hold on. No, there's not, right?
There's some ridiculously named guns in Destiny, but I don't think we have big scary pink yet.
I'm like, is that a joke name for Crimson that I don't know?
Crimson is really good this season.
Crimson's really good.
For hunters with lucky pants.
Yes.
To be fair, there are probably a lot of SpongeBob lines that would make good Destiny.
Almost certain. So I don't. Do you have 1K voices? Rusty?
I do not have either of them. Before the great sunsetting, I wanted to try to get Whisper of the Worm with you, but 1K Voices is a raid weapon.
That's what I thought.
I think.
Yeah. 'Cause
Hey, aren't you fighting the champion?
Yeah.
Ultimate battle, everything you've been climbing up to at this point?
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about Destiny.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch it.
No. You're done.
Are you gonna set that sword and shield up?
I don't like to set the shield on fire. But I will.
So, and I am working on a Alpha Sapphire Wonderlock
Oh.
just to do it. And I got a Gen shiny Sneasel, or not Sneasel, no. The painting Pokemon.
Oh, Smear.
Yeah, Smeargle. And it's got King Shield on it as one of its moves, which I thought was really funny.
Oh.
Who was paying attention? Oh, Flamethrower just didn't kill him. Like, hold on. No.
Yeah, it did not. It was in shield form when it hit, so like.
Great stats.
Aegislash is good mon.
Come on. They had to nerf it to send it.
Nerf this.
I outspeed a Haxorus, right? I'm gonna go Wiggles. Let's throw some
Nice setup.
variation into the mix.
But no, with Particle, I can't think of the mod. It's 1K Voices.
I know what you're talking about. 1K Voices is really good this season. There's a mod that like doubles your damage.
Yeah. It is melting right now. So I don't have 1K Voices, but I've got Sleeper Sim.
Yeah.
And that also,
Sleeper Simulant is also what I'm running, and it's absurd.
Yeah. So when we do our Destiny 2 raid, that did not feel good.
No, it wouldn't have. I was really scared when I didn't win with my Ice Shard. But he just potioned, and I've got 2 Ice Shards coming as well, so we're good.
Yeah.
When we raid on Sunday, Ian and I will both be running Sleeper Stimulant, it looks like. Or Simulant.
Yeah. That's because I don't have Anarchy, otherwise I'd be running that. Even with Particle. But I think we're also going to be running well Warlocks.
I'm thinking about it. I've been playing around with the Stag for PvP, and I might want to run it PvE too because it's really good. A slightly different version, but it's good.
Yeah.
And you can watch that on Sunday.
Yeah. I'm gonna run the Phoenix Protocol. So that when we get to the boss fights, we just fuck them up.
That way I don't have to run Phoenix Protocol because one of us should.
I think we're the only 2 Warlocks in the group, so yes, one of us should.
I also have a Vorpal Reed's Regret, so I might actually run that and some other exotic. I need to look.
Well, I'm gonna have, at least for part of it, Ariana's Vow. I think for the opening part, I think that'll be really good. If I understand how VOG works, and trust me, I don't, but I've been trying to look. And understand, Nathan, that the raid we do Sunday will probably take all of us. If it doesn't take 4 hours, great, but you can get missiled so hard.
I am.
God, that timer ball is so cool.
You did a good job. Every time Nathan has complimented one of the balls, he's giving himself a pat on the back.
Actually, that one I did catch. Or rather, its grandparent or whatever, I thought.
You didn't have to do work to breed it on there. It was already there.
But most of the time, I don't really actively try and do anything about the ball. Like, it's nice, but it's purely aesthetic in most cases. But that one, I actually did shiny, or not shiny, Deck Snap Chain in Gen 6. And specifically caught it in a timer ball because I thought that was the best looking ball. And I haven't done that with it.
Now, why did I Dynamax early on this Pokemon? Well, it knows Stone Edge. And that's a Charizard.
It's a Charizard.
Who is Charizard?
I don't know, this one's
Charizard is about to be pancake.
I was going to say, this one's about to be a lot flatter.
this, this one's about to subscribe to Flat Earth Theory.
It's been flattened by the Earth.
Well, it's been fun, guys. That'll about do it for our stream.
Hey, you haven't won yet.
Okay.
He can sweep you with his Charizard. You don't know, man.
Now you fought.
They could have skipped the 10-stroke animation there.
They could've.
It would have been good if they had just left him flat on the ground. Through the explosion animation. It's just...
Immediately go to credits.
Yeah.
the rock wall falls, it's just credits.
Rockwall Falls.
So canonically, this is the first time that Leon has ever lost any fight. So I think he takes it pretty dang good here.
I think it,
I don't know
It's
if
definitely-
that's the case.
it's
definitely first time he's lost as a champ.
yeah, since he got the title.
Okay.
And do you know what? In this game, Skip has never lost a fight.
It's true.
Have you been to?
I don't know. I heard there's a really trouble knockdown.
I've lost a one-on-one fight, but not a trainer battle. Anyway, what were you asking, Ian?
I was gonna make a joke about. You can go to not
The snow tundra.
the snow tundra
And absolutely
early-
get bonked by Dad.
Yes, I actually did that. I went early and no, that he still got level 70s. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm losing this fight.
But you can intentionally take the loss and to it.
Yeah.
Or you could go in with a bunch of fear stress.
Well, that'll about do it for us tonight.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us.
Yep.
We will see you on Sunday. I'm not sure what time yet.
It'll probably be afternoon.
It will almost certainly be afternoons. But we're gonna do our Destiny raid. Ian and I's first Destiny raid. We're gonna hit the Vault of Glass, which is actually appropriate because it's a Destiny 1 raid, not a Destiny 2 raid.
Yep. And we're gonna get the Vex Mythoclast first try.
All 6 of us are gonna get Vex Mythoclast first try. We're not gonna have to run it 40 times like some people have had to do. Ugh. They've apparently gotten protection on that, and it's still a problem. The more times you run the vault, the more likely you are to get the drop. But I would really love to get Vex Mythoclast before Trials ends this week.
Yeah. No. It's a very good gun. But anyway, so that'll be join us back here on Sunday for that, and then next week we will do something. We're not really sure what that is yet.
We got 2 things that are likely in the pipe.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
probably more Pokemon, but we haven't totally decided on it yet.
Yeah, Wednesday's our Pokemon slot. That's going to be Pokemon
Yeah.
until the heat death of the universe.
Yeah. There will be more Pokemon on this stream next week. Let's say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna be doing some new runs soon, so that'll be fun and interesting. So join us then, or not, whatever. Bye.
Bye.